Hi, and welcome to Clappia. In this video, we'll see how to use Workplace Analytics. Workplace Analytics gives you visibility across your entire workplace. Instead of going into each individual app to check analytics, you can see overall activity from all your apps in one place. Let me show you how to set this up. I've logged into my Clappia workplace, and to set up Workplace Analytics, go to Workplace Settings from the left panel and click on Analytics. Then click on Add Chart and select what you need. I'll select a bar graph. Once a chart is added, you can set it up on the right panel. You can name it. Let's say I'll name it Submissions by App. You can also set up the axis labels if you want, which will appear over here on the sides. Then you have the option Aggregation. This is what the chart is actually measuring. You can get a count of all submissions created or updated, or even a count of all user activities. What this means is that anytime a user does something with the app, like add or delete fields, workflows, or maybe make a submission or edit a submission, basically anything, it counts as user activity. This is important if you need to know if there's any activity going on with your apps. And if you see the count go up, you can always go to that app's logs and check what changes have been made. Right now, I'll select count of submissions created, which counts all submissions made across apps in the workplace. Next is dimension, which controls how the data is grouped, whether through individual apps, user details, or what kind of platform, browser, or OS they use. I'll set it to App ID, so the chart will group the submission count by each app. If needed, you can also apply filters to limit the data to specific apps or specific users. I'll not set any for now and just save this. And here you can see the bar graph showing submissions grouped by the apps in my workplace. I can immediately see which apps have the highest number of submissions, which apps are being used more, which ones are quieter. Really useful as a quick overview. Every color here is denoted by the app ID. You can add more charts at any time. Like if I want to add a data table, I can set the same aggregation or a different one. For the dimension, I'll select user email, so the data is grouped by each user. The data table also lets you add additional dimensions, which you can't do with line or bar charts. So I'll add platform as an additional dimension. What this will give me is a breakdown of how many submissions each user has created and from which platform, whether that's from the web, the mobile app, a public API, or workflows. So this goes one level deeper than the bar chart, as you can see over here. Now, like I said earlier, I can also apply filters to charts if I want to narrow things down. So, for example, if I only want to see submissions from a specific app, I can add that filter here without changing the aggregation or dimension setup. Like so. Each chart can also be copied or deleted. If you click the three-dot menu on each chart, you get options to refresh the data, view it in full screen, or download it as an Excel file for any external reporting you may need. Every chart downloaded will be in a data table format. You can see the bar graph here has tagged data. You can change this in the Advanced tab and disable this option. You can also change the view from vertical to horizontal if you prefer. One thing to note, any changes you make here in Workplace Analytics are tracked in Workplace Logs. For example, if you remove a chart, it gets recorded over here. And just to quickly clarify, Workplace Analytics is different from App Analytics. App Analytics is set up inside an individual app and only shows data for that specific app. Workplace Analytics is the bigger picture view across all your apps. If you see any changes in the count and need to understand what exactly the changes were, like I said earlier, you can view that in App Logs over here where all changes to apps are recorded. Also, Workplace Analytics is currently available only on the web version of Clappia, not on the mobile app. Regular users of the app will not be able to see these analytics. So that's how you can use Workplace Analytics to stay on top of what's happening across your workplace without having to dig into every app one by one. If you have any questions on how to set this up or on any other feature in Clappia, you can always raise a support request by clicking on the button over here at the top. You can select AI Assistant as it is trained on all of Clappia's help material to give you a more tailored solution, or you can select any other option and our support team will get in touch. Thank you.